Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. The last video that I posted was the Dyno Day video for this Civic. That video was the close to chapter 1 of this Civic. This video is day 1 of chapter 2. Now very soon I'm going to make a video going over everything that happened in chapter 1 and everything that's going to happen in chapter 2. But today, unfortunately, this is just a tiny extension, I guess, of chapter 1 going into chapter 2. At the end of the dyno video, I had to do a valve adjustment and I have to do another one today, unfortunately. I think I must not have done it to spec, or maybe I did it when the engine was still too warm, so things expanded and now I have lifter tick again, so I have to do one more valve adjustment. And then I think the next video after this one will be explaining chapter 2 and everything that's going to come with it. Also, if you're watching this video because you want to see how to do a valve adjustment on this car, you're here just for a tutorial sake, I'm just going to be upfront with you guys right now. Go watch Eric the Car Guy's video because that's the video that I watched to learn how to do this. If you're here to watch me and hang out and just have a good time watching an enjoyable video, then you're in the right place. If you're for a tutorial, go watch Eric the Car Guy's video. I'll even put it in the description because honestly, that's how I learned how to do this. With that being said, I'm gonna get to work. Alright, so if you've ever wondered what a valve train on a B18 B1 LS Honda motor looks like, this is what it looks like. I'm also gonna attempt to reuse this valve cover gasket. It looks like all the RTV held up when I took the valve cover off. So I'm gonna actually leave this on here and not try to pull it off. I know that's really frowned upon, but I literally just put this valve cover gasket in 2 days ago, and I really don't wanna have to pay another 30 bucks for another one. All right, so if you guys are gonna do this job for yourself, there's something you're gonna need for this, and it's feeler gauges. Now, different motors have different specs on what their valves should be set at, and sometimes they differ between intake cam and the exhaust cam. So you're gonna need to find those specs, you're gonna need to find a feeler gauge, and you're gonna have to locate exactly which feeler gauges you're gonna need to do this job. Another really useful step is that you're gonna have to rotate the motor. You're gonna have to rotate the crankshaft by hand. So I have a big ratchet on the crankshaft bolt, and then I recommend only turning it clockwise. So that way you're not loosening the bolt by any means, you're just tightening. I recommend turning it so that you start with one corner, like pick a corner, either this one, this one, this one, or that one, and then work your way around. So like right now, I could technically start with these lobes since the lobes are pointing straight up, but I'm gonna rotate it so I can start here, and I'm just gonna work my way across and then across the bottom. This way you don't get confused, you don't start accidentally readjusting valves that you've already adjusted, stuff like that. So with that being said, I'm gonna get to work. So the gap for the intake side is 4 thousandths of an inch, and the gap for the exhaust side is gonna be 7 thousandths of an inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all of the intake side first with 4 thousandths, and then once I'm done with the entire intake side, I'll move over and do the exhaust side. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. She's all back together. Valve cover's back on, all the cables are in, oil's set to the right level. I also drained the catch can because it was completely full again. Future video is going to be taking these hoses and instead of running them to the block, going to tap holes and bungs onto the valve cover. Because I'm sick of that thing filling up with oil. There's no other way to do it. But anyway, now it's time to start the car. See if that lifter tick is still there. Hopefully my valve adjustment was good. Also, one of the like camshaft caps, the bolt was like loose. Like it was coming out and was moving around. And that must be why the lifter tick came back again on that same exact lifter. I bet the camshaft is wobbling around, knocked it loose. So now I think we should have zero issues with the camshafts and with the lifters and all that. We're gonna start it up right now and find out. Let me set you guys down. Much better. I thought I just heard rod knock, which freaked me out, but I found out it was just the intercooler was knocking against the frame. But that sounds way better. That sounds 100 times better right now. So I'm gonna pull this thing out, I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, and then we're gonna take it around for a test drive and see how it does. So I realized I was supposed to be filming just now because I just took the car out and did a couple of pulls, and the lifter tick came back. So I don't really know. My tachometer kind of spazzes out around 7,000 RPM. and I'm wondering if maybe the car doesn't know how fast the engine's cranking, and I'm wondering if maybe it's over revving. Either way, this really does suck balls. Like, I was just probably working for 2 or 3, probably 2 hours. And for it not to pay off like that, that's such a bummer. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna communicate with Mike from Red Mist Automotive, the tuner of the Civic. I'm gonna see if he has any ideas. I'll work with him. I'll see if we can figure something out and hopefully get it so that this car is reliable right now. Because it's like every time I drive this car, I have an issue and I just wanna be able to drive it as I please, when I please. So that kinda sucks. I don't know if I'm gonna keep filming. I don't know how long this video will be. We'll see. Hello everybody, and today is now the next day. Why did I say that so weird? Today is now the next day. This smells like shit. Okay. And as I said, I was gonna try to do another valve adjustment. I'm not gonna film it. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. You guys already saw me do that. But this time, I'm gonna try putting a little bit of blue thread locker on the ones that keep coming loose. Now, I think all of them are fine except for like one cam lobe is like getting messed up. So I'm gonna take the valve cover off, I'm gonna get the car jacked up, all that stuff, and I'm gonna put some Loctite on the ones that are a problem. Dude, check this out. I got the Civic stuck. If you saw my Instagram story, I got the Civic stuck out front of my house, and we just used the BMW to tow it up the driveway. And a police officer showed up and everything. It was so funny. We're gonna try to get this thing the rest of the way up the driveway. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Okay, so we did get the Civic back into the driveway, into the garage. I just did the Civic's third valve adjustment, and I really made sure all the bolts were tight. I actually didn't use Loctite. I just felt like that was a bad idea because there's a lot of oil in there, and I think that Loctite would just mix with the oil and cause a bad situation. So I did not put Loctite, but I just really made sure that those bolts were tight, and I really just double checked all the specs. That valve adjustment is perfect right now. It is perfect. I'm about to take the Civic out. I won't really be able to rip it that hard because it's raining, but I do want to get into boost a little bit and just see. I'm going to drive it around for maybe 30 minutes and we'll see what happens. If I get lifter tick again, then we got bad news. If I don't get lifter tick, then guys, we're giving you what you want. And Persistence here, her name is Persistence, by the way. Persistence will be going to the drag strip to race Molly, the Turbo Miata, owned by Gingium himself. Every single comment on his video said Civic versus Molly, Molly versus Civic. Everyone was saying that, everyone wants to see it, so him and I are gonna try to give the people what they want. Give you guys, you sitting at your computer screen or at your phone right now watching this video, give you what you want. We're gonna be ripping the Civic and ripping the Miata at the quarter-mile drag strip known as Great Lakes Dragaway. We're gonna see whose car is faster. All right, so I let the car idle in the driveway and pretty much get up to running temp just sitting in the driveway. And now I'm just taking it around the block a little bit. And while I'm driving it around, I'm just listening for lifter tick, anything weird, anything that feels weird, anything stupid whatsoever. I'm just listening and feeling for that. And I'm gonna do like a half pull in a minute here, but I want to drive it around regular street driving for probably about 30 minutes. So I'm basically just going for a cruise in the rain. It does suck though because I don't have AC and it's really getting humid in here, so I'm trying to crack the window with the weather guards and stuff, and it's kind of brutal. Also, I won't be able to film the pull. I won't be able to film myself doing like a little pull because torque steer and it's wet, and I need to have my hands on the steering wheel for that, just because I really don't want to crash. But yeah, I'm gonna drive around and I'll update you guys in a couple minutes. All right, so I just got back from taking her out for a rip. Drove it around for maybe 20 minutes, just street driving, regular, nothing crazy. And then after that, I was kind of trying to beat on it a little bit. Obviously the tires are gonna slip. It's raining out today. But I was able to just kind of like, and like obviously the wheels would spin, but I was kind of holding the RPMs at like 5,500 till it would catch up and then kind of accelerate a little bit above 7,000 RPM and everything's fine. So I'm thinking what I might do is I might go in and turn the rev limiter down by like 200 RPM, and hopefully that'll save my cylinder head. Hopefully that'll save it from knocking it loose next time and things coming loose and coming apart. Right now, it's doing great. Even the idle sounds better. I used to get a bunch of misfires, and I think after this valve adjustment, it's like perfect. Listen to this idle. Wow, that really fogged up the lens. Either way, that idle sounds way better. So, in my opinion, this job is complete. Civic's running pretty well right now. Pretty happy with it. I'm gonna put it in the garage. I'm gonna just check a couple more things, and then she'll be done pretty much. Anyway, that's really all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. Wow, I just got kind of lightheaded. I stood up really fast. I hope that this video was informative for you guys. I hope that you learned something. I hope that, I don't know. I just hope you enjoyed this video overall. Please just click that thumbs up button. It really, really helps me out a lot. And honestly, if you want to extend another helping hand, please click that subscribe button. Also, I am working on merch right now. I started working on merch at 2,500 subs. I hope to have it ready by the end of August and listed on a website for you guys to purchase. And I'll be doing all of the inventory in-house, and all of the shipping and all that stuff will be done in-house. So I'm really excited. Some things that I'm definitely gonna be doing are some jet tags. Right now I have a that dude in blue one, miles per gallon. And I'll also be doing some hats on the first drop, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's it. And as I always say, remember to plan, commit, execute, and attain your goals. Bye.